Hey, what's up guys? It's Daniel here. Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to talk about what a VPN is, how it works, and then go over my top 8 VPN services that are available right now. So if you're new to my channel, please hit the like button as it really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you'd like to see more content like this, please consider subscribing as I post new videos each week about personal finance, day trading, and general news. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, what is a VPN? If you're the least technical person you know, you can still make sense of VPNs. A virtual private network, or VPN, is a service that allows you to access the internet privately, protecting your data from prying eyes. It masks your internet protocol or IP address so that your actions online are untraceable. So how do VPNs work? It sounds complicated, but at the heart of it, using a VPN is actually rather simple. First, you have to understand how your online interactions normally work. Let's say that you log onto the internet. If you don't have your own hotspot and you're traveling, you're probably going to hop onto a provided network like Starbucks free Wi-Fi. Then let's say that you open a search engine like Google. And just a quick note, search engines know a lot about you, a disturbing amount actually. For example, if you have location tracking turned on, search engines have a timeline of where you've been. And that's just search engines. Websites are equally good at tracking information about you, what you click, what sites you visit, how you spend your money, even where you live. Remember cookies? Those handy little packets of data that websites use so that they can see your preferences displayed between one visit and the next. They're so effective at collecting data about you that the National Security Agency, or the NSA, piggybacked off them to widen their surveillance capabilities. This brings us to VPN providers. Let's say you're traveling and using a VPN. If you use a public Wi-Fi network, the software encrypts your data before your internet provider or Wi-Fi provider sees it. In fact, it won't see your data coming from that location, even if you're sitting right next to the Wi-Fi router. Instead, your online destination sees your data coming from the VPN server and location. So why do you need one? To understand why you need a VPN, or a virtual private network, you have to think about the difference between a VPN connection and a regular connection. When you connect to a site normally, you're routed directly to the host server of the site you're visiting. All your data is out there in the open for anyone to take a peek at any point in the process. Visiting a fun site is one thing, but visiting your bank is another. When using a VPN service, the VPN essentially acts as a stop in the road. Instead of going straight to the host server, you go to the VPN server first. The VPN server then connects to the web on your behalf, encrypting your data in the process. There are a number of benefits to doing this. For one thing, it allows you to bypass regional restrictions. Let's say you're traveling in France, you're at your hotel and you want to watch Netflix. Here's the problem, your favorite show ever isn't available on French Netflix. Thanks to licensing agreements, Netflix content and content on other platforms is often region locked. However, that doesn't have to slow you down if you have a VPN. With a VPN, you can access all of your favorite content no matter where you are. Remember, when you are using a VPN service, you're going through the VPN server first and your original location is encrypted. Because of this, in the eyes of the site you visit, your location is wherever your VPN server is located. So for example, if you connect to a VPN server in the region where the content you want is available, you can access the content as though you're actually there. Unrestricted, uncensored access. This has certain key benefits, particularly when you are traveling. It is extremely common for network administrators to block certain websites when they don't want their users to access it. Schools, for example, may block sites that involve adult content. Hotels and corporations may block gaming or streaming sites. Certain governments will even block social media sites. A VPN is a simple solution to this problem. Since your connection is encrypted, the network can't capture the request and block it, which allows you to access blocked sites without issue. Most importantly, VPNs allow you to protect your private data no matter where you are around the world. If you need to complete a bank transaction but can only get online through a public network, for example, a hacker could easily snatch up your data when you complete the transaction. A VPN acts as a shield so that you can complete these transactions without fear. So this is legal, right? If you're like some world superpowers, you're contemplating this with a bit of trepidation. Think about it. On one hand, a VPN is a fantastic privacy tool if you're worried about your data floating around for anyone to see. On the other hand, VPNs are specifically designed to mask your online activity and are conveniently located just outside the jurisdiction of major superpowers. See the big picture? There's nothing wrong with the integrity of VPNs in principle. However, there are valid cases where the use of a VPN is illegal due to hacking concerns. So, is a VPN legal? Yes, but it can be more complicated than that. With great power comes great responsibility. The biggest concern with VPN services is not what VPNs do on their own, but rather the potential for abuse. If your online activity and locations are masked, allowing you to sidestep to geo-restricted content and keep your data out of the eye of third parties, You could watch Netflix, but some with less innocent ideas can use VPNs for other things. This is why VPN providers have a list of activities that are prohibited while using their services. For example, distributing internet viruses, copyright infringement, patent infringement, trademark infringement, gaining illegal access to other computers or networks, or IP spoofing, pretending to be another machine for the express purpose of illegally accessing another computer or network. Here's the good news. If you're not planning on doing something obviously illegal or morally questionable, you're probably fine. But just in case this requires clarification, you are never safe if you're using a VPN service to torrent copyrighted content. In plain English, if you're using a sketchy website to illegally watch a copyrighted movie, that's 100% definitely illegal. Now, some countries have laws expressly banning or restricting VPN use. There are 11 countries with such laws currently on the books: China, Russia, Iran, United Arab Emirates, Oman, Turkey, Turkmenistan, Iraq, Belarus, North Korea, and Uganda. In North Korea, Belarus, Turkmenistan, and Iraq, VPNs are fully banned. In China, Russia, Oman, and Iran, only government-approved VPNs are allowed. Turkey and the UAE have restricted access for individuals, and in Uganda, internet service providers block VPN services. But it's not quite that simple. So that's the story, right? Not quite. First, many of these bans are recent developments and it remains unclear how strict they're enforced. Also, keep in mind that many media networks and companies in these countries rely on VPN services to conduct business. So it's unlikely that VPN providers will be completely blocked. Second, there's a gap between enforcement for citizens and residents and enforcement for foreigners. You're not free from the rule of law as a foreigner, but foreigners are usually fine to use VPNs. In China, for example, many long-term expats use offshore VPN providers without issue, despite the fact that using them is frowned upon, and the Great Firewall uses deep packet inspection to detect and block VPNs. As a rule, locals will have more problems in these countries than visitors. Locals using a VPN service could be targeted for anti-government action, which could even result in jail time. If you know you're going to travel overseas, VPNs are a must-have. Many governments, including the United States, have provided their citizens with extensive safety precautions when using public Wi-Fi networks. The fact is, these public networks are convenient, but they're rarely secure. And if you're trying to access your financial institution, for example, you just can't afford to gamble, especially if you're in a foreign country and could wind up stranded far away from home. Imagine what a nightmare you'd be in if your bank account was frozen while you were abroad and you couldn't access it. Or worse, you use a public unsecured network to access it in a hurry and the next thing you know, your account has been hacked. Don't mess around with your private data, especially when it comes to your money. So what should you be looking for in a VPN? Think of it this way. You're using a VPN service because you want to protect your valuable data, right? It doesn't make much sense to replace one questionable connection with another. So if you're in the market for the best VPN service, it pays to do your homework. Treat it like looking for a business partner, because that's exactly what you're doing. If you're going to allow a server to encrypt sensitive data about you, you want to make sure that you trust that server first. Here are a few things to look for. Start looking at compatibility. When you use a VPN software, you should be able to use it on any device that accesses the internet. Otherwise, you're paying a lot of money to secure only a small part of your data. Look for a VPN service that's compatible with a variety of devices and a variety of providers. If you have to switch from Apple to Android down the road, or if you have to scramble to replace a piece of lost tech whilst you're abroad, you want to make sure that your VPN will continue to protect your devices no matter who made them. Trust me, you don't want to have this learning curve happen while you're traveling. Do your homework in advance. Also, keep in mind that certain devices can't connect directly to a VPN service due to software restrictions. Mobile devices, laptops, and tablets are typically fine, but smart devices with limited pre-programmed connectivity can't. Your iPhone is good to go, but Internet of Things, IoT devices, generally aren't, including gaming consoles, smart TVs, smart applications, and Alexa or Echo devices. Once you've found the best VPN service that will cover all of your devices, it's time to look at how that VPN will protect all of your devices. VPNs use a wide variety of security protocols, so it pays to investigate which ones will best serve your purposes. For example, some VPNs use Secure Socket Layers, SSLs, which are the standard technology used for securing internet connections. It works by ensuring that data transferred between two systems, like a user and a site for example, is impossible to read. It scrambles the data in transit so that hackers can't read the data while it's been sent. VPNs could also use Transit Layer Security, TLS, which is an updated, more secure secure version of SSLs. It's actually one of the most widely used security protocols used in data transfer today. Your VPN could also use point-to-point tunneling protocol, or PPTP, a set of communication rules developed by Microsoft that has become popular among corporations. Basically, instead of sponsoring their own private network, a corporation can securely use a public network by creating private tunnels. Once the VPN tunnel is established, PPTP uses controlled messages and data packets to send a communication through a secure tunnel, protecting data from prying eyes even though it's still traveling through a public network. For a casual user only concerned with protecting your personal data, the type of security protocol isn't hugely important unless you're transmitting extremely sensitive data. If you're worried about protecting data, look for a VPN service using IPsec, Internet Protocol Security, or SSLs. Server locations. Depending on if you're traveling, it's also important to look at the server location of your VPN service. Remember, your data goes through the VPN server first. Any site you visit through a VPN will see your data as originating from the VPN server location. As such, the location of the server is important for two main reasons. First, if a VPN has a large number of servers, there's a higher chance that you'll be close to one of the servers, which means your host will be faster. Second, a larger number of servers makes it easier to circumvent region-specific restrictions for a larger number of locations. Logging policies. You'd think in the era of Cambridge Analytica that we would spend more time thinking about who is logging our data. Hint, most services are logging your data or want to. This includes some VPN services, depending on whom you use. As such, if you want to maintain anonymity, it's vital that you check whether or not your VPN provider is logging any data about you. Spoiler alert, most VPNs do log your IP address. This is a huge privacy risk for you. Remember, if they have that information, someone else could get it too. Trustworthy VPN services will visibly and explicitly state that they don't log your data or identifying information about you. Red flags when choosing a VPN. So you know what makes a good VPN. What about what makes a bad VPN? There are a few red flags that show up before you sign on the dotted line and give up your credit card information. Privacy and security are the biggest factors. So look at those first. If a VPN service doesn't explicitly state that they don't log your data, chances are that they do. Take your business elsewhere, and if security protocols look iffy, they probably are. Move on. Beyond privacy and security, take a look at bandwidth limitations. Pay particular attention to downgrading bandwidths for specific types of traffic. The last thing you need is for your VPN to fritz at a critical moment. Also, watch out for data caps. Remember back in the day when cell phones only had a limited amount of data you could use in a month? Some VPN services have limits on the amount of data you can use per billing cycle. They'll try to present it as economical. Here's the thing, if it's a crisis and you need to access something without worry that your data will be compromised, the last thing you should have to worry about is your data limit. Keep an eye out for customer service reviews. If customer services seem limited at best and non-existent at worst, that tells you something important. The service provider doesn't care about its customers beyond collecting credit card payments. Also, if a provider doesn't allow you to choose different servers or regions to connect through, that's probably because they don't have that many servers. If you're traveling to the far corners of the world at best, you'll have slow service. At worst, you'll have a VPN that flat out doesn't work in your region. Now that you know what to look for in a VPN service, let's talk about the best VPN services to choose from. Keep in mind that different VPN services excel at different things, so it depends on what you want from your VPN. So number one on this list is ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN shows up on pretty much every top 10 VPN list on the internet right now. The reason is simple. It offers the best all-around service for your money. This VPN excels in pretty much every category. They have more than 3,000 servers around the world at 160 locations in 94 countries, and one of the broadest platform support you'll find from any VPN provider. Even Linux users are covered. It has amazing ease of use, fantastic speed, and 24/7 customer support that puts others to shame. ExpressVPN goes above and beyond the call of duty to help you make the most of their services. They have libraries of detailed tutorials and how-to guides, plus 24/7 customer support if you really can't figure something out. Even veteran VPN users will love how simple it is to use. It's got a crazy simple one-click startup option, but if you need more advanced functionality, it brings home the bacon with DNS leak protection and a kill switch. And of course, there's industrial strength encryption. It's not on the Pentagon level, but you'll feel like it is. And it's more than enough to protect what matters most to you. Here's a few things that I liked about ExpressVPN. It works on almost any platform. It is incredibly easy to use. It has a strict non-logging policy. It has enterprise-level encryption. It has speedy service in 94 countries. And it has outstanding customer service. These guys are consistently rated number one for a reason. Some of the things I didn't like so much. There's actually not much about ExpressVPN that I don't like. The company is based in the British Virgin Islands, which would make them officially a UK company. However, British Virgin Islands privacy laws are less strict than the UK, which could be a drawback. That said, the company does seem to be doing all the right things to keep their customers happy and protected. Honestly, the biggest drawback is that they were slightly behind other VPNs on download and upload speeds for a few popular local server options, but not by much. ExpressVPN has 3 pricing options: 1 month, 6 months, or 12 months. 1 month of coverage costs $12.95, billed monthly. 6 months costs $9.99 per month, billed monthly, and 12 months costs $8.32 per month, billed annually. Regardless of your choice, you'll get a 30-day money-back guarantee. NordVPN. ExpressVPN is a rising superstar in the field, but NordVPN remains the most famous VPN in the business and a top contender with ExpressVPN. It actually has more servers than ExpressVPN, something in the family of 5,600 servers spread over 60 countries. If security is your biggest concern, NordVPN is the one to beat. They have security that would impress and block out even the military. Seriously, that 2048-bit encryption is not child's play. NordVPN also holds its own in terms of available features. It supports up to 6 devices, has strong DNS leak protection, 2 kill switches, and fantastic speeds. It's unique for offering proxy extensions for Bitcoin, PayPal, Chrome, and Firefox. Plus, it has SmartPlay to help you get around geographical restrictions with ease. The biggest downside of NordVPN is the user experience. It doesn't have major issues so much as minor quibbles. Destination cities, for example, aren't listed alphabetically. Specialist task functions require some brief, very brief, moonlighting as Sherlock Holmes. That said, these are all minor issues when compared with the overall functionality you get for the price. Plus, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if these minor annoyances are really driving you up the wall, you can get your money back without issue. And really, when you compare the price of NordVPN to similar competitors on the market, it's a tough price to beat, especially considering what you get for your money. Here's what I liked about NordVPN the most. It has more than 5,600 servers in more than 60 countries. It has unique specialized servers for fast service. It has 2048-bit encryption. It has a strict no-logging policy. It has apps compatible with most major platforms. It is suitable for users at all levels. Peer-to-peer is allowed, and it has strong customer service. If you're looking for a great all-round VPN, these guys are a fantastic choice. Some things I didn't like. Like I said, the biggest downside is minor quibbles with the user experience. It's not a major functionality problem, but it is a list of little problems that may well make you nuts over time. And given the cost, the functionality you're getting for your money isn't the best on the market. Cost. It won't break the bank, but it's not the cheapest option either. You also don't get a discount unless you get a longer subscription. NordVPN offers 3 plans: 1 month, 1 year, and 2 years. The 1 month plan is $11.95 per month, billed monthly. The 1 year plan is $4.92 per month, billed annually at $59. And finally, the 2 year plan is $3.71 per month, billed annually at $89 every 2 years. Number 3 on the list is Surfshark. Another company based in the British Virgin Islands, Surfshark takes its cue from the great white shark. They never stop swimming, and they're one of the fastest swimmers in the VPN sea. That's good news for the company considering they're a relatively newcomer to the VPN field. The service is lean, mean, and powerful, if a bit bare bones on the mobile front. They have squeaky clean security for Windows and Mac alike. They also cover most of the common protocols. They have a built-in kill switch and a private DNS reinforced by a double VPN hop. Add in their logging policy, no records except your name and billing address, and you've got a decent VPN on your hands. Some things I liked about Surfshark. They have unlimited simultaneous connections. They have multi-hop and split tunneling tools. They have fast connections. They have reasonable pricing. They have decent live chat support. And they have a stripped down, super easy interface. If you want a rock solid basic VPN, Surfshark is a great option. Some things I didn't like. Surfshark is a younger company, which means that its reach isn't as impressive as some established giants. They also have less flashy functionality. This could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on what you are looking for. Some people will like that they only get what they need, while other people may find themselves longing for more complex features. That's up to you. The price by far is one of Surfshark's best features. They offer 3 plans: 1 month, 6 month, and 2 years. The 1 month plan is $12.95 per month, which is comparable to many other plans on this list. The 6 month plan is $6.49 per month, billed every 6 months at $38.94. The 2 year plan is $2.49 per month, billed at $59.76 for the first 24 months, and then annually thereafter. Coming in at number 4 on this list is CyberGhost. If you're looking for a powerful tool, CyberGhost more than often meets the demand. A Romanian and German-based company, CyberGhost offers around 4,700 servers in over 60 countries worldwide. It has apps for Windows, Mac, Android and iOS. It relies on a task-based interface that's refreshing for new users and veteran users alike. There are plenty of other bells and whistles too, like automatic HTTPS redirection and blocking of malicious websites and ads. That said, the desktop interface can be complicated at best and the customer service standard is often frustrating. If you're truly paranoid about your private information, you'll feel a lot better with CyberGhost. You're not even required to use your real name, you just need a working email address. Like IPVanish, CyberGhost definitely falls on the expensive end of the spectrum. In fact, they have one of the most expensive month-to-month subscriptions on this list. However, you do get good security for the price. So if you're willing to shell out, you'll get your money's worth for security. My favorite CyberGhost features include, it is the most beginner-friendly. It is packed with features. It has connections for 7 devices with a single subscription. Also, you don't need to provide your real name. If you're new to VPNs, CyberGhost's accessibility is its greatest quality, especially when it comes to the task-based interface. Some things I didn't like. The bells and whistles are CyberGhost's greatest features, but they're also its greatest flaw. The task-based interface doesn't leave you guessing which service to use, but it's also a confusing interface until you get used to it. The customer support isn't as strong as other providers either, and the desktop trial is decidedly stingy at just 24 hours to make up your mind. Cost. As prices go, CyberGhost is on the high end of the spectrum. They currently offer 4 plans: 1 month, 1 year, 2 years and 3 years. The 1 month plan is $12.99 billed monthly. The 1 year plan is $5.99 per month billed annually at $71.88. The 2 year plan is $3.69 per month billed every 2 years at $88.56. Their best offer is the 3 year plan, which is $2.75 per month billed every 3 years at $99. Number 5 on this list is Bear VPN. If you're a chronic technophobe or a total newbie to VPNs or both, you need to check out Bear. Seriously, if you want a VPN that's absurdly easy to use, this is the one for you. They're on the small side compared to other VPNs on this list with around 1,500 servers in 22 countries. The VPN is easy to use because the company elected to emphasize simplicity in its design. If you're happy with the basics, there's plenty to like here. You get a healthy serving of privacy and security. In fact, Bear gets bonus points for privacy. They hire independent specialists to run outside security audits on their servers, systems, and code. They also have pretty solid performance given the simplicity of the platform. Even the most far-flung locations in Asia got a respectable 20 megabytes per second. Here's a list of what I like. It's highly usable for newbies, technophobes, and advanced VPN users alike. It has apps for Windows, Mac, and iOS. It also has extensions for Chrome, Firefox, and Opera. It has plain English security policies. It has third-party security audits, and it has speedy performance from Europe to the far corners of Asia. If you like your VPN short, sweet, and to the point, Bear is the one to beat. Some things I didn't like. Bear emphasizes the basics, and that's what you're going to get here, the basics. There isn't much here for demanding users and not much in the way of geographic diversity. They only have 20 locations and you can't change protocols or settings. They also have a rather weak customer support side. For the cost though, it's a pretty good VPN for the money. Bear has 3 plans: free, unlimited, and Teams. The free plan is obviously free, but it is limited to 500 megabytes of secure browsing. The unlimited plan starts at $3.33 per month, and the Teams plan costs $5.75 per user per month. So as budget options go, it's hard to do much better than Bear. Number 6 on this list is Spot Shield. If you're looking at Spot Shield, their premium options offer a pretty decent VPN service for the money. Let's put it this way, Spot Shield is best known for its free option. If you're looking at Spot Shield, their premium options offer a pretty decent VPN service for the money. Let's put it this way, Spot Shield is best known for its free option. They're on this list based on the quality of their premium offerings. You get unlimited bandwidth and good performance with more than 2,500 servers in more than 80 countries. There are no ads, 24/7 support, and fantastic performance. Spot Shield relies on its proprietary Catapult Hydra protocol to deliver download speeds that stand out from the crowd. That said, Spot Shield's reliance on its Catapult Hydra protocol does have some drawbacks. Since it no longer supports many standard protocols, you can only set up the services on devices that run Windows, Mac, or iOS apps. Some things I liked. Out of Spot Shield's features, a few key elements stood out. It is a great budget option, it is super easy to use, It has fast download speeds, it has free data allowance, and it has no activity logging. The company is US based, which has some drawbacks, but on the flip side, they have servers in China and Russia, which is unique. Some things I didn't like. The biggest downside is Spot Shield's proprietary protocol, which limits the functionality of the apps despite the fact that you can theoretically support multiple devices at once. There are also a few other issues, like the inability to block US Netflix, no Bitcoin support, and a shortage of configuration options. That said, these issues won't matter to everyone. The wider issue is the Catapult Hydra protocol. Spot Shield's free option is iffy. If you choose this provider, do yourself a favor and go for their premium plans. The good news is that the premium plans are actually quite budget friendly. They have two premium plans, 1 month and 1 year. The 1 month is $12.99 per month, 1 year is $7.99 per month. Number 7 on this list is IPVanish. IPVanish is a smaller provider than NordVPN or ExpressVPN, but don't let that deter you. They're great at what they do. And IPVanish excels in particular with torrenting and similar peer-to-peer traffic. In fact, they're unique in offering unlimited peer-to-peer traffic. The company claims to be the best VPN on the market. The jury's still out on that one, but their performance numbers are nonetheless impressive. They have around 1,300 servers in more than 75 locations. They stand out when it comes to connections. You can use up to 10 connections simultaneously. That sounds like a lot, but given the number of platforms they support, you may well end up using all 10 connections. The apps are also a major draw as they offer an impressive array of unique features and options for customization. Of course, with great power comes great responsibility, and the apps are indeed powerful. There are some major usability issues, like a lack of a kill switch in apps. In addition, a small number of servers don't appear in the advertised locations like they're supposed to. In addition, the price is definitely on the high end of the spectrum. That said, if you really need 10 simultaneous connections and you're willing to pay for it, IPVanish is the one you're after. Here's what I like most about this VPN. It owns and manages their own servers. It has good geographic diversity of servers, it has great torrenting capabilities, and it offers up to 10 simultaneous connections, it has automatic IP address cycling, it has powerful configurable apps, and it has speedy live chat support. All in all, it's a fantastic all-round VPN service for beginners and advanced users alike. There are a few main downsides with IPVanish. The apps are powerful, but they do have some usability issues. That said, these aren't really issues that warrant driving customers away. The lack of a kill switch in a mobile app, for example, is something that some customers won't mind and some customers will. The biggest drawback is honestly the lack of free trial. Then again, given how well the apps worked overall, you may not mind that much once you take the plunge. IPVanish has two plans which are shorter than most other plans, 1 month or 1 year. The 1 month plan is $9.99 per month. The 1 year plan is the best value at $3.75 per month. They're not the cheapest plans on the market, but they're also not the most expensive. Given the functionality, that's a reasonable trade-off for many users. Coming in at number 8 and the last on this list is Strong VPN, a tiny but mighty VPN service. They have 650 servers in 26 countries. The mighty part comes from the fact that you can use the service on up to 12 devices at once. For the brawn of the service, they take a minimalist approach. What it does with gusto. You have the usual suspects, no logging, no selling personal information, no cookies, etc. As well as surprisingly fast connection speeds and a 24/7 helpline. As I said, Strong VPN is small on features but big on performance for the features it does offer. Here's what I liked. It has support for up to 12 devices at once. It has strong connection speeds. They have no logging, and they have a 30-day money-back guarantee. It's a to-the-point type of VPN, which is good if you just want a VPN to get the job done without any fuss and feathers. That said, the lack of fuss and feathers is a major drawback for users who want an overabundance of functionality. It's a basic VPN and isn't pretending to be anything else. The other big drawback is that you don't get a free trial. You do get a money-back guarantee though, so take that as you please. Like the VPN itself, the plans are decidedly minimalist. There are two available plans, 1 month or 1 year. The 1 month plan rings in at a respectable $10 a month, whilst the 1 year plan is $2.91 per month. They're not the lowest prices on the market, but for a basic VPN with good basic functionality, they're decent prices. So that's my review of the top 8 VPN services that are available now. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you have any questions at all, please leave a comment down below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. And as always, please like, share, and subscribe.